that 2,000 years ago, this Jesus of Nazareth came on the scene. He was God in flesh. He died on a cross for my old rotten life, was put in a tomb and resurrected from the dead.
GFC family, how you doing? Hope you're blessed. Phil Robertson, this is what I wrote. We're missing him temporarily. So let's take a look at some of the videos about Phil Robertson. I wanted to start with this one because this is Phil Robertson's first television interview. Let's check it out.
In a nutshell, I would be classified as a baby boomer. And in the 60s, probably groups like the Eagles said it best. What they said was, in one of their songs, if you have nothing to believe in, what you do is you take it to the limit one more time.
I want you to pay attention to that. I'm not going to talk long. I know we just started the video. In his eulogy, his son talked about him playing this song all the time and that it had a biblical meaning to Phil. It had this deep meaning, and here it is right here. I want you guys to hear this. Phil Robertson talking about when he got saved, he was playing this song, Take It to the Limit, the Eagles. It was on the radio all the time. This was pivotal and this was important to Phil, and this is what he thought about that song. Let's hear it one more time.
Nothing to believe in, what you do is you take it to the limit one more time. So it was pretty well every man for himself. I don't think that I was anti-system or anti-establishment, but I nearly was.
Yeah.
I nearly was. And someone sat down with me. I have a couple of degrees from Louisiana Tech University, and I studied out the theory of evolution on how we arrived here, how the cosmos arrived here, how the earth arrived here. What actually brought me here was I never had read the biblical account. So once I read the biblical account and I stacked it up against the Darwinism, some fella showed me that 2,000 years ago, this Jesus of Nazareth came on the scene. He was God in flesh. He died on a cross for my old rotten life, was put in a tomb and resurrected from the dead. And when I started to kind of realize that dead men could live again, I could either put my faith in this evolution thing where there's no hope, or put my faith in the Almighty and that Jesus of Nazareth was really who he said he was.
Amen to that. So he's talking about he was anti-establishment, meaning he was very rebellious. A lot of us know that walk before. We may be going through that now, being a very rebellious person and just, ripping and running through the world. And he had a choice. He had heard of this evolution, this Darwinism, and he's heard of Jesus Christ. And he had a choice to make in his life.
So based on that, the Bible claims that Jesus left the earth about 33 A.D., went back to heaven where he came from, and he now rules. And a lot of people in this society, they don't think so. But I put my faith in that. I was baptized in water for the remission of my sins. And that, in a nutshell, is the good news about Jesus. I know this, it was good news for me.
Amen.
So a lot of people might think, well, so from the 60s to now I can follow Jesus and I can still be in a lifestyle of not being worldly. I can see, in other words, the Bible says that we're to live our lives here as strangers and aliens. So the bottom line is, most people who run up on me down here, they do think I'm kind of strange. I say, Jesus number one, boys. That's the only way I know of we're getting out of here. Unless y'all have another better idea.
Yeah.
Most people kind of scratch their head and say, So I'm putting my faith in the biblical record. At least I have a great hope when I physically die of having my body resurrected from the ground. It's very simple. If Jesus of Nazareth was who he said he was, I am convinced, based on my study of the Bible, then I'm coming out of the ground too. If he came out, I'm coming out. And if he didn't come out of the ground, I don't think anyone's coming out of the ground. So I'm putting my faith in him.
Amen. If